Hi, I'm Angela Druckman, and this is your 60-Second Scrum. Velocity is a very important metric for long-term planning. Let's take a minute and define it. Velocity in Scrum is the amount of work that a team can produce from sprint to sprint over time. And it becomes very important to product owners as they do long-term planning for their projects. Think about it this way. If I'm a product owner and I have 100 story points worth of work in my backlog, and I know that my team can produce about 25 story points a sprint, I'm going to need about 4 sprints to finish my whole project. So this is very important and useful in Scrum to track velocity, but like all metrics, it has the potential to be misused. First of all, keep in mind that teams will only have a consistent velocity if they're kept together. So you want to keep that in mind and realize you'll have a decision to make. Which is more important? If you need a consistent velocity, that means you'll have to keep your teams together. However, if you value flexibility of moving people on and off teams more, then you have to realize you're going to sacrifice a consistent velocity. Another thing to keep in mind about velocity is it cannot be used to compare one team to another. All you're going to accomplish is you're going to have them inflate their estimates next time. All their small stories become mediums, their mediums become larges, and magically they deliver 50 story points too. But the very worst thing you can do with velocity is track it on an individual basis. What I mean is not as a team metric, but each person on the team. That is not what velocity is for. It won't tell you anything. It doesn't tell you anything about the value of that person on the team and how they contribute to the overall success. All it will leave you with is software developers and testers who feel micromanaged and hate you. I hope the ideas in this video have been useful. You can find more tips like this in my book, 30 Days to Better Agile, available online at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And be sure to visit us at www.angeladruckman.com. Happy Scrumming!